Welcome to Lone Star Conference All Access. I'm Travis Whipple, joined by Commissioner Stan Wagnon. Commissioner, thanks for joining us this week. Texas Women's University and Pioneers Week. So let's talk women's athletics in the LSC.
Travis, when I think about women's athletics, I think a lot of times the word respect comes to mind for me. You know, many times when we talk about respect, we talk about sportsmanship and making sure that people do the right things in the community and at our events and things of that nature. But I think it also applies when we talk about women's athletics, because you're talking about the ideal of gender equity and making sure we provide respect for both genders, opportunities for both genders. We embrace the diversity that comes with that gender diversity and gender equity, and so you know, I feel like respect is something that comes to mind for me when we talk about women's athletics, and certainly this is a good time to be talking about it.
Absolutely. And the Lone Star Conference basketball tournament coming up February 29th through March 4th. This marks the 30th anniversary of the women's tournament.
Yeah, you know, the women's, it's hard to believe, you know, Texas Women's University, which we're talking about this week, they won their first ever conference championship at the women's tournament last year. It's hard to believe that 30 years ago, the Lone Star Conference was embarking on a women's basketball tournament for the first time ever. And so I think that kind of gives you an indication of how far things have come for women's athletics in the conference. You know, right now we think of our men's basketball tournament and our women's basketball tournament as one and the same. 30 years ago, there wasn't even a women's tournament to talk about. And so, you know, now with the conference, our schools combined to give out $19 million in athletic scholarships every year. We have 130 teams that have somewhere over 2,300 student athletes, and about 35% of those numbers, you know, whether it be the finances, the teams, or the players on the teams, about 35% of that is female population. And so, you know, it's a great thing to think about how far we've come in 30 years. And looking ahead, you know, 30 years from now, we're probably going to be 50-50 on that. And so it's a great time to talk about the progress that the Lone Star Conference, the NCAA, and really the entire country is making with respect for women's athletics.
Absolutely, and a very bright future. This has been another Lone Star Conference All Access. Follow the Pioneers right here all week.